a bribe from your side?
Because this matter is in court, and because I have to consult my lawyers before I speak too much, I thought that whatever I've told you this up to now is appropriate as a matter of public interest.
SG, you have disclosed your house. They met you at your house,
yes,
right? Why can't you disclose this secret location? I mean, it could be a public thing. Why can't you just disclose it? You disclosed your house.
My house, I can disclose. A secret location may be belonging to somebody else. It is not appropriate for me to expose that. Yes?
Katibu, thank you. Ayub from Citizen TV. This is, you have mentioned secret location and two commissioners who visited you at your house, and you said that you will provide the CCTV footages to that effect. I just want to understand, because you are the executive director of the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition political party.
And former Secretary General of Jubilee.
And former Rarieda MP as well. And was this prompted...
And former newscaster as well.
Thank you. And was this rather prompted by this affidavit? And as an aggrieved party, were Chebukati and Gulia, not to mention you in their affidavits, would you still have provided this before the court?
I would not have.
Why? And you feel an aggrieved party?
I explained to you why. I do have, given the fact that I'm no stranger to the political arena, all right? I was there in 2017. These are people I know. These are people I've worked for. I've worked with, rather. Take, for example, the time when IBC chairman made a ruling that the parties had to reveal their running mate within a certain time. If you recall, I was in the team who went to appeal against that, and I did make a few calls to him to explain to him, and he said he had set up a meeting at IBC, so I should go there and prosecute my case in front of him and the other commissioners, and indeed we prevailed. He did not only postpone the naming of the deputy presidential candidates for a few days, he did it for 3 weeks. So these are people that I've worked with. I'll give you another phone conversation which I had with him. I did, so I'm ready to surrender the phone logs that I have with Mr. Chebukati to DCI and anybody else, the right authority to scrutinize. In the run-up to the elections, there was the challenge of logistics. If you talk to anybody who is farming flowers or vegetables, trying to get space on aircrafts going abroad, they'll tell you that since COVID, there was always a challenge with getting aircraft to carry a lot of cargo. So I did talk to him, and I told him, look, I just want you not to have a blind spot. Please make sure that you organize the logistics for the cargo of papers coming into the country, I mean ballot papers coming to the country in good time, because you may just find that when you are ready to do this, there's no cargo space available in the country. So engagement with the Commission is something that has been part of my job, not only now, but in 2017 as well. So I cannot go public with every discussion that we have on phone or on WhatsApp because it's not essential. But when it is essential, when now they have put an affidavit against me, taradiddle in every sense of the word, I think I'm within my right to also explain to the Kenyans my side of the story. And thank you very much.
And would that be part of the content in your affidavit before the Supreme Court? You said you can detail every aspect of it.
Has been, actually, I'd wanted to share the affidavit with you, but right now my lawyers are working on it, and they were not ready to give it to me so that I could share it with you. As soon as it is there, I mean, affidavit, I may decide what I want to say, but as you know, lawyers will tell you, no, you can't say that. But that's within my right to decide what I'm saying and what I'm not saying. But this bit, I felt that I should tell Kenyans. Thank you very much.
Who initiated this secret meeting between yourself and Chebukati?
Chebukati himself. Sorry? Yeah? Who initiated the secret meeting between me and Chebukati? It was Chebukati himself. an affidavit that I've sworn and will be coming to you later. I think we'll send it from my phone. But I thought that rather than keeping you late, I can be able to discuss some of the substance of this particular affidavit that I've sworn, and also to be able to field any questions that you may have. My attention has been drawn to some adverse mention in the affidavit of Chairman Chebukati and Professor Gulie with respect to the proceedings which took place at Bomas of Kenya, and therefore I'm drawn into the Supreme Court case which is ongoing. I'd like to start by admitting that I was at Bomas of Kenya several times, and the meeting which they say took place at 3 o'clock, I'd like to correct them a little bit. They are suffering from a bit of selective amnesia. It was at 4 a.m. Okay? And I did try on several occasions to get audience with the commissioners and get audience specifically with Commissioner Chebukati after it became apparent that Professor Gulie was not able to address the issues that I'd brought up with him. The issue I'd brought up with him was that I'd received intelligence from one of the IBC officials who complained that some Form 34A were being brought down and they were being replaced by other Form 34A. He was not able to know exactly the location from which this was happening, but he brought it to me once, first time, and I reported this to the DCI, who dispatched officers to have an interview with this person. This gentleman was so terrified, and he actually mentioned the case that he had been threatened by Mr. Majan when he brought it up with him, that he should not play with him, he'll know who Mr. Majan is. Coming from the memory of Musandu, I've never seen a more scared young man. He did take it up with one of his seniors, and the seniors, to corroborate the story, also told me, yes, he had received, the senior had received the report, and there was absolutely nothing they could do unless I talk with the chairman himself. I tried several times to access the chairman, and actually a day passed, and the following morning when I came and I insisted I was going to see him, he had issued instructions to a senior police officer by the name Samuel Arap Kimeu, who actually physically blocked me from trying to get into IBC proceedings at Bomas of Kenya that day. I happened to have known the back door, and I used a little bit of my public relations with the officers at the back, and I managed to get in. Then, again, the officers of Mr. Chebukati refused to see me, saying that he was very busy. He was receiving reports from returning officers, and therefore I could not go in.